Hello, it's Meredith here. I want to drop in with a short video on how to get out of answering a question. Not get out of answering a question you need to answer, but let's say you're just going about your business, you're out and about, maybe you're at a party, and someone asks you a question and you don't really want to answer it because you don't want to share that information. But if you're like me, sometimes I'm an oversharer. Sometimes I can just less now than in the past, but you can just say more than you meant to say. And before you know it, you've divulged way more personal information than you meant to. And then you're left feeling this kind of like vulnerability hangover. Or maybe you just get nervous. Maybe you had a plan to not answer a question, but then you're in the moment and you're on the spot. And before you know it, you've just told someone like how much money you make or like I don't know, how many clients you have or whatever it is that is personal or private. So here's my simple solution. First, just be easy on yourself if that happens. Like it happens. It's okay. We get to acknowledge that it happened, and then we get to think about like, okay, how could I handle that differently next time? I know that these are the questions that make me uncomfortable or make me nervous, and I know I don't want to answer them to just, random people outside of my sphere. How am I going to prevent that in the moment when I'm feeling on the spot again? And I find it helps to have a go-to response. And here's my go-to response. My go-to response is I have a policy. I have a policy. I have a policy that I don't share that with anyone outside my company. I have a policy that I don't talk numbers. I have a policy that I don't make a commitment before checking my calendar. I have a policy, this, or that. You have a policy. No one argues with policy. I mean, they could argue with a policy, but it's your policy. It's just, it kind of like shuts it down. And you're like, okay, it demonstrates that you've thought about this. You've thought about it enough to come up with a decision about how you want to handle it. And it's a policy. So next time someone asks you a question that you don't want to answer, you can just say, oh, I have a policy that I don't talk about that. I have a policy that I don't talk politics at dinner. I have a policy that I don't, maybe someone's trying to sell you something. I have a policy that I don't buy something until I've had a chance to sleep on it. Whatever it is, you've got a policy. No one's going to argue with that. And if they do, like, ew. All right. I hope you have some fun creating your policies. If you found this useful or helpful, hit subscribe, maybe even share with a friend. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.